morning and thank you for making time with me again on Debbie's Grow. We talk on matters that concern the state, issues of interest, void of politics, fear or favor. Now, I came across the course of the weekend, I kept thinking about it. Mahama's coming back as president is like an insult to Ghana. So this is from Ghanaian actor Prince David Osei. Day. I'm sorry if I didn't mention his surname very correctly. I stand to be corrected. He said Mahama's coming back as president is like an insult to Ghana. And that is what I don't understand. Listen, we are not doing politics. We speak the truth as it is. And that is basically what we stand in for. But trust me, if you compare this current administration to the previous administration, there is a vast difference. There is a vast difference. I mean, this current administration has come into power. I think they are in their 6th or 5th month, if I'm correct. But look at what they are doing. Look at the measures they are putting in place. They've inherited a country that was in a mess. And then you sit down at your comfort zone and then you say that the coming back of President Mahama is an insult to Ghanaians. How is it an insult to Ghana? I want to know. That is what I don't understand. How is the coming back of President Mahama an insult to Ghanaians? This is a man who said he's going to ensure that the cedi to a dollar is stabilized. And you can actually testify to the fact. Now, cedi to a dollar is 11 cedis, 50 pesos. This is a man who made promises and he's working towards that. I won't say he has completely achieved it because he is still working on what he has promised to do. But you saying that the president's coming back is an insult to the country, that is what I don't understand. Now, we all know you're affiliated to a particular political party and you've made it clear. Now, when your government came into power, you see, this is one thing I don't like about we Ghanaians. We don't like to speak the truth. No, we don't. We see the truth as it is, but then we don't want to because we are affiliated to a political party. And even if the political party is doing the wrong or the right thing, because it is my party. And a party, so when they are doing the right or the wrong thing, I stand by them. We don't speak the truth as a country. No, we don't. This is someone who promised us. Then time I remember Kinky was 3 cedis or 2 cedis or even 1 cedi. He said it was too expensive. Your government told us that the cedi to a dollar then time, I think 4 cedi, I stand to be corrected, said, oh, it was too high. They promised us heaven on earth. He basically told us that and he brought a nice initiative, very enticing and attractive. And then we felt like, no, we need change. And then we voted them into power. What did we see? Now, let's be sincere. What did we see? The economy was very bad. And you can attest to the fact that they were not a listening government. Because even if things were going wrong and then you go out to pour out whatever you have to say, they don't listen. We were here when they told us that they are bringing it in an economic wizard. And they said he is the Messiah to recover, bring back our economy on track. What did we see? They ended up brought in e-levy, pumping champagne, then cutting cake on top at the expense of the taxpayer. They cancelled toll booths, and the only thing we can survive on was to go to IMF. And every day we sing one song, we are beyond aid. We are never beyond aid. Because we see ourselves to be beyond aid. And then we go about seeking for arms. And then now that we have in a new government, and they are trying their possible best to bring back the country on course, you sit somewhere and then you say that the president coming in is an insult. Wow. It's an insult. I think by now, you people should be ashamed of yourself. Bow down your head in shame and think about possible means to also play your part. This is not the time to be throwing, insults here and there. No. Even if they are not doing what you feel like they are doing, I'm not the one saying this. Ghanaians are equally happy. It got to a time rice was sold as 1,500. Oil was getting to almost 1,600. And we were quiet because it looks like the money was pumped into a particular person's pocket. And then we didn't get to speak anything about it. And then you tell us that someone, the citizens of this country see to be a visionary leader. They voted for him, and then you sit at your comfort zone to tell us that it's like he's an insult. You were the same person. You posted some things, talking ill about this current president. And then you came out sometimes to apologize that it was your brother. So this one too, it is your brother or your sibling. You're not the one. See, let's be mindful with our words. Let's be mindful with what we say. In as much as he's the president of this country, in as much as you do not like him or you do not like how he's going about with his duties or his activities, you cannot say it's an insult. No. This current administration, I would say, is not an insult or a curse. I'm not being politicized here, but I'm saying the truth as it is. Because I'm equally feeling the heat. At that time, we buy Wache. Now Wache is sold 10 cedis. Wache alone 10 cedis. The babies are not part, only the Wache 10 cedis. And then now that we are trying to bring back everything on track, you want to rubbish. And as I said, it's not about anything we have to be politicizing. No. We shouldn't be interested in politicizing everything. If you look at this and it is truth, let's say it as it is. And let's forgo politics. If we should talk about the worst government we've experienced so far, it should be the previous administration. I'm not that old, but then I've experienced certain things. I've seen certain things in this country. And the previous governments have been the worst ever we've experienced in this country. Speak the truth. The worst. The worst ever. So if we should talk about someone who is an insult to the country, then you should be looking at the other way, not what you are saying. Please. Let's forgo politics. What you said, I think maybe you should go and retract your words and then frame it very well. Because in as much as you don't like the person, you should also have it in mind that he is a leader. And if this is how we want to go about it, then I'm not sure we are going to see improvement in this country. Because he's in for the people and not for any political party. And I don't see President Mahama as an insult to Ghana. And I don't see the current administration as an insult to Ghana. Yes, this is their first term. Yes, they haven't completed their 4-year term in government. But if you put the lenses of politics aside, you will see the truth behind that. So if we do politics and focus on the real truth and talk about it, then trust me, we'll be marking time. And we'll see no growth. And let it be at the back of your mind. This current administration is not an insult to Ghana. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.